Thank you, Madam Speaker.
To the bill.
To the bill. Colleagues, I rise to speak because I remain disturbed about this project, and I plan to vote no. As all of the neighborhood associations, along with countless citizens in my district, have asked me to do. I am not against doing something about the crossing. In fact, we need to do something to move people and freight better. And there should be plenty of building involved in the right project, plenty of construction jobs. But I am more than disappointed in how this project has got to where it is now. I think that this bill before us has taken a step towards answering some of the issues that I've raised in the past, but not far enough. Here's the problem. My district is bounded on the south and the west by freeways. People in my district bear a heavy burden from these freeways that benefit the rest of the state and have since before they were built. Neighborhoods in my district were raised over 50 years ago to make way for I-5, and compensation was minimal to non-existent. Since they've been in operation, the remaining neighborhoods have been subject to high pollution levels and the resulting high incidence of respiratory disease. We have the highest asthma rate in the state. That's a big deal to me, and it's a big deal to residents in my district. I have yet to see a plan that really addresses the potential for this project to increase rather than mitigate congestion near the Rose Quarter. Undertaking a project of this size to move congestion south a couple of miles doesn't help. And frankly, it re-victimizes residents in my district. Getting vehicles across the bridge is not enough, and the projections do not look good when it comes to realistic travel times from realistic starting places to realistic destinations. And the expense and the debt involved means that resources to address that will not be available possibly in my lifetime. I also remain concerned about the financial projections on which this is based. I remember the Mount Hood Freeway project where residents were displaced by ODOT land acquisition for a project that ended up being scrapped in the end. If something like that happens here, residents in or near my district would be re-victimized by that too, and the damage to state finances would be long-lasting. I am concerned about the permanent jobs put at risk if a bridge is built too low for manufacturers who count on floating their products down the river. Manufacturing capacity in the region and the jobs that go with it are vital interests to protect. These jobs should have been part of the comprehensive look at transportation that we should expect from this project and the preparation for it. I'm likewise concerned that we're this far into the project with the Coast Guard's objections still unanswered. I saw quite a bit of the public process engaged for this project. It struck me as a version of what's called an okey-doke. It's a con, where one is persuaded to give something of value in return for nothing or worse. The preferred scenario was presented alongside scenarios that were obviously unattractive or ridiculous. Real alternatives were frozen out of the process. It is by no means a new tactic. See, I have a lot of planners who live in my district, and they called that out early as a dodge to try to engineer support for a predetermined outcome. Finally, so many millions of dollars into this project and more of the questions asked should have been answered. There's a sense that decisions are being driven more by momentum than by clear definition of the problems that must be solved and evidence that the design actually solves them. So I urge a no vote. Thank you.